Hi guys, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to bring you a few tarot readings. We'll have a look and see what's going on with the energies. Last night at about 12 o'clock midnight, I literally had not a panic attack, but it was just anxiety, just full-on anxiety, and had lots of dreams overnight and woke up this morning feeling a bit odd. You know, I think the energy from the sun at the moment, the sun's flares are, there's some X-class flares and other stuff that's going on energetically, and I feel like a lot of people are beginning to clear. Depending on what chakra needs to be cleared, will determine on how your symptoms will be. So last night for me it was anxiety, so I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same. Let me know in the comments. So there seems to be a lot of that going around. I mean, I see it in my work every day. But, it's interesting because everybody is going through these symptoms. Everyone on the earth plane at this time are going through massive changes. So I'm really beginning to see it in people that I come across every day. Okay. So let's have a look. Had a great talk last night with a friend who's also a very awake friend, Jenny Wood. Shout out to you. It was an amazing conversation we had last night. And one thing that did come up for both of us is the thing about discernment. I think at the moment, be very discerning about everything that you hear and think and see, because there's so much misinformation wrapped up in information that we have to have a very strong intuitive sense to sort of like be able to see through any of the lies that we're being told. And some of the scripts have been flipped as well, and a lot of things that I'm watching too, like I haven't watched any exopolitics for some time, Michael Sala's exopolitics. And then I did watch something and I thought, I'm not so sure that that's true, It was about the Galactic Federation sort of like doing a deal with some of the elites that are on the earth plane. I'm thinking, I know that that's true. I haven't really looked into it, and I haven't actually had any visitations or any kind of dealings with the Galactic Federation for the last year. So I'm not really sure about what's going on. I haven't really looked into it. But for all of us at this time, it's like, be very discerning about the information that we're actually getting, because I think a lot of it, there's a lot of misinformation around, and it's to keep us in fear and to keep us depressed and dejected and not feeling like we're moving, which, of course we are, because these earth changes, everything that's changing, it's like we can't stop this. So no matter what is going to happen, is happening for a reason, and the awakening is an extremely real phenomenon. So, use your discernment though in everything that you do, see, hear, all that. Yes, and as I've said, because a lot of us are going through massive amounts of change right now, and it can actually be in the symptomatic form of, like our physical symptoms and anxiety, like I've said, depending on what chakra needs to be cleared at this time. And we do have the death and rebirth here and the healing card. So a lot of what we are experiencing is literally about letting go of the old, of that which no longer serves, and doing a lot of healing work on the inside as well. As within, so without. So that does require a lot of us to purge out these energies that, of course, are no longer required as the energies begin to shift and change, and we move into a higher frequency bandwidth. And then we have, of course, the death and rebirth card. Something else came up for me this week too about death and rebirth. I cannot think of what it was. Something about bats, because bats often mean death, rebirth as well. And then we have the mother here, which is of course the Empress. So this is ripe with possibility and creativity. And like I've said in the past, it's very important at this time to go within and find that creativity within that will actually help us with our ascension symptoms as well, and keep us grounded. If you can, get out into nature, do anything creative that comes up for you. I think at this point in time, a lot of us, in our outer world, things are really looking a bit rocky, and a lot of us, especially in Australia, we are taxed to the hilt, and we're finding it very, very difficult to actually even make ends meet. I was talking with someone the other day, and it was like, well, I can't even, some people, it's like, we just literally pay the bills. That's it. There's no extra money to put away for anything that, like holidays or anything like that at all. And I feel like that's keeping us kind of grounded into the work kind of ethic and the work grounding that they wish us to sort of like be in and like slave away at. But we need to sort of take a step back from that and go within and find what's really important to us, and find more creative ways of being, so that we can actually move away from that eventually and move into something that is more aligned with our soul and where we're going, and where we're actually going to eventually place our energies. So, just be aware that these ascension symptoms will shift us into a high vibration. We are still grounded, though, in this 3D matrix world, which we are slowly extricating ourselves from. But of course, there are changes that need to occur until this happens. Because, like, literally, if a huge blast of, and people do say that is what is going to happen, that there will be a huge big surge that will come through, and a lot of people will not make it on the planet. Then we'll wake up into something completely new. That could be a possibility. That's kind of like the Mandela effect that is occurring all the time anyway. How many times do we wake up and go, I'm not so sure about things today? Like I've done that in the past, where I've woken up and gone, whatever I believed was going to happen is now no longer a possibility, because things have changed and shifted, and my frequency has changed and shifted. Therefore, everything around me, my world, has completely shifted. This is where the creativity comes in, where we can literally manifest anything that we wish at any given moment. But that is about creation. That is about creativity that we can find from within, and how we actually use that to align ourselves with the energies that are coming in and that are literally going to move us forward. I'll have a look at any more cards. Oh, I do have these Sacred Spirit reading cards too. I might have a look at these just quickly. This is going to run out of time very quickly, but we'll have a little look and see. Oh, what have we got? Cosmic Ancestors, voice your concerns. That's another thing too. Our ancestral line is very important at this time, because we are literally clearing not only our own ancestry, but also along the ancestral line, which is needed to actually move forward into these new earth energies. That's a lot of the purging that is actually occurring for a lot of us, because it's not just doing that for ourselves, but also down the ancestral line, plus in our world, in the world around us. So as we begin to clear everything from within, it literally has that effect all around us. And also the cosmic ancestors are our galactic team that are there for us at all times. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have for you. And I'm not sure what's going on galactically. I will look into that, because I haven't done that for about a year. Usually I just get the visitations and it's like, come on, we're going. But right now it's like I've been just grounded into work. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Bye for now.